Hey guys, what's going on? So in this video, I'll be learning about string interpolation. Now, string interpolation is the ideal practice of using placeholders to substitute it for values you wish to enter. Suppose you are creating a program which will confirm the details of credentials that you're going to store in a database. So it might look something like this. As you can see that I have a database function which actually takes in two arguments, name and age, and it prints out, okay, your name and your age, the age variable is stored successfully. Now this is what a beginner level code looks like. And majority of beginner level coders do the same thing. And let me tell you that it is not at all a good practice to actually concatenate the values that we are passing as the variables. So let me quickly go ahead and run this code. So let me type database of, say, Pratik, and age be like 23. So if I go ahead and run this, you notice that it will throw me an error. Okay, so the reason for this error is the type error. That's because we cannot concatenate the integer value with string. So here the integer value is age, and we cannot concatenate with the string value, which is and your age and is stored successfully. So you might think that a workaround might be to just typecast it into a string, right? Well, it would actually work, but then if I go ahead and run it, then you would see that it will give me an improper statement. The spacing is not at all perfect. So you can see, okay, your name, then you can see Pratik, and then there is no space here, and then your age, then 23, then no space, is stored successfully. Now to overcome this also, you might go ahead and do something like this. So before and I put a space, and before is I might put a space. Now this would finally print me the perfect answer that I wanted. Now there's a really easy way to do it, and this is with the help of string interpolation. Now as mentioned earlier, string interpolation is the practice of using placeholders. Now to do that, we have two ways. The first way is by using format method, and the second way is by using f strings. Let's understand the first case perfectly. So in format method, all you have to do is, first of all, let's go and replace these concatenated parts. And let me convert all of them into a single string. So let me go ahead and remove all this. And let me go ahead and remove this as well. Cool. Now we have these two parameters to be used. So we can make use of that by using a format method. The format method by default make use of the placeholders, and the placeholders are denoted by this curly brackets. Now one thing to notice that placeholders will feed in the value exactly the way you put it. So if I put a space here and put a placeholder here, you will notice that the resultant string will automatically have this space. Similarly, let me go ahead and put age as well. So if you put a space here and let me put a placeholder. Now come at the end and let's put that format method. In order to do that, type dot format and then pass the variable names like name and age. Now one thing to notice that the curly braces will fill the values the way we have provided it over here. So first we have provided name, so here automatically it gets filled by name, and then we have provided age, so this placeholder will get the age value. If I go ahead and run this, you notice that it's now working perfectly. Now let's suppose if what I want to do is I want to print age first and then name, so I can do that regardless of this. So in order to do that, I just have to pass the index of this age. So remember, indexing starts from 0, name has 0 index, age has 1 index. So notice if I go ahead and put 1 over here, okay, let me put 1 over here as well. Now if I go ahead and run it, you'd see that both of them got a value of 23. Now the another way is via using f string. So let me go ahead and delete these, and let me remove this format method. Now if you have followed my strings lecture properly, there I have actually made use of f string. The f string is a new addition in Python version 3, I guess. And to implement that, all you have to do is come over the beginning, and before the opening of the single quotation marks, you can just put a letter f. And over here inside the placeholder, you would have to actually provide the values of that variable to be filled. So let's print name and let's print age. Now this is something very neat, and it is as if you are typing it in one flow, right? So it's like okay, your name and your age is stored successfully. If I go ahead and run it, you'd see it will print me the correct answer. So that's all about this string interpolation. I know that string interpolation was really a short video, and it's really a great habit to incorporate in your daily codes, because string interpolation is really great if you want to plug in some values that you want inside a string, and the basic way of plugging those values inside a string using concatenation might throw error for other data types. Alright guys, that's all for this video. I hope you really understood what exactly string interpolation was. I once again know that it's a short video because this concept is mainly underlooked by people who might not know much about this as a beginner. And I remind you once again that I recommend you to use this strongly in your daily codes because it's a really great practice. Alright guys, see you in the next lecture.